Another 0 day. Yeah, they got the Yoo-hoo at the freaking Continental. Good morning. Day 315. I think I went to bed at like, I don't know, definitely after midnight, closer to 1. And then woke up around 8 naturally. I have stayed in a lot of rooms this year. So many. And this is one of the most comfortable beds I've ever stayed in. It's so smushy and the sheets are soft. I feel like the cheap motel sheets are always really scratchy. But this is, oh my God, I'm so comfortable. And I'm so happy I get to spend all day here. You know, was gonna do maybe like a 15 to 20 mile day today and just do a shorter day yesterday and break up the road walk, but it's like, why? When you can do about 47 miles, 46.6, and then now I'm in town all day. And there's only 85 miles left of this trail. So, yeah, I mean, my ride is scheduled, what's today? Tuesday? Yeah, my ride's scheduled for Friday. I'm gonna do like a 35 to 40 tomorrow, 35 to 40 the next day. And then, yeah, I mean, maybe I could leave myself as much as like 15 miles on the last day, but I have a feeling that I won't, and I just want to sit around at the monument for a long time and think, yeah. I really want to get caught up with everything today. I'm not too far behind, and the nice thing is the bulk of the days I'm behind are like the half day, the 2 days. Like writing about days like that is really, really fast. So I think I should be able to get fully caught up today. Steam Engine also left town yesterday, and then I saw him really briefly, but he wound up camping where like the CDT crossed the road, which I think was like 26 miles in. So he's probably about 20 miles out and got going this morning. So he'll be in pretty early, but I mean it's like 9 in the morning, so he won't be here until probably like 2 or something. And then there's a bunch of people around here. The hiker box is overflowing. I would imagine there's hikers in town that I just haven't seen. And then the big group is doing Friendsgiving in Silver City, so I think they're like never leaving. But that's kind of amazing because my hope is that the giant bubble doesn't get to Lordsburg until Friday. And if that was the case, then I could hang out with everyone and see some of my friends. Yeah, I have besides like I haven't booked anything, like I'm not there yet with planning tickets, bus tickets and stuff. But my loose plan would be to finish and then spend the night in Lordsburg and then take a bus in the morning to Albuquerque and then take a flight from Albuquerque to Denver, kind of like how I got here. And there's so many things. I want to spoil everything, but I'm not spoiling anything. There's so much. Yeah, the excitement's not over, guys. The excitement's not over. It's not even close. 85 miles left? Sure. Yeah. Just 85 miles left of the CDT. Chilling so hard. I'm gonna have like no footage from today. I got McDonald's. Steam Engine got into town. I was just hanging out with him for a little bit. Came back doing editing. I got a couple snacks, these tiny gummy worms. And then a drink for probably tomorrow. I just wanted 32 ounces. And then, oh, I forgot I got milk. I need to drink this. Milk. But I'm just hanging out. I've done so much work, getting caught up with stuff. Just hanging, gonna be hiking out tomorrow. I just did an interview, like a really quick interview. I won't specifically say what it was for, but it was really nice. And I was talking to someone, and like the last like couple weeks, I was like so emotional for so long. Obviously, probably just because I was so like tired and strung out and stuff. Everything was just right at the surface. But as I've been getting closer to the finish, I've been shocked by the fact that I don't really feel super emotional, but this happens to me every time. Though I will say, one of the questions that I got asked today was about like if there was ever a time on trail when you thought that you were going to have to stop. And we wound up talking about like me when I got injured, and that was like really the only time on year where I was like, wow, I think there's a chance that I did hurt myself so bad that I don't have a choice but to stop. And then we were talking about that, and it just made me think about when during that time period, I remember saying to myself, like, if you're able to keep hiking, like you're going to be so grateful for like every day. You won't complain. Like I would be so happy. Like universe, if you heal me, like I will just suffer silently and love every second of it for the whole rest of the year. And just thinking about that, not so much right this second, but like when I was physically like that got prompted in conversation, that kind of made me emotional to think about just like now being pretty much done. And 4,500 miles ago, like there was that time when I was so sure that I might not be able to keep going. And I remember crying, and maybe I'll insert a friggin' video. I have a video of that. I'm crying and I'm like, I know that I can do it. I know that if this can just heal, I know that I can finish. If I don't break my leg, like I know that I can finish. And just I wanted it so bad. And watching that, I think the worst part about getting injured was watching that almost slip away. Watching everything I'd built for 5 months almost wash right away. And just I just felt so immensely grateful to be able to come back from that. And it's crazy to think about that and think about how much this almost was done at the halftime, and how many people I think would have just gone home and called it quits. When you're in excruciating pain, you can't bear weight on your leg for over a week. Like I could bear no weight on it for like many days. Excruciating, zero tolerance to weight. And then I was limping and needed a cane for 10 days, maybe even more. I was still walking around with trekking poles to balance myself the day I hiked out to Slack Pack for the first time, and that was 18 days in. So I think a lot of people probably would have gone home, probably would have called it quits. And I don't think I spend enough time thinking about that and thinking about how crazy it is that I'm here right now and that I came back from that, and that following the injury after taking 17 consecutive zeros and then slack packing for 3 days, those 2 weeks following the injury, I only managed to average 23 miles a day, which is great post-injury. But I was so nervous because of time. I had cost myself so much time. And then after that, pretty much for the entire rest of the year, I bumped my mileage up and exceeded mileage I had ever done. And I maintained that post-injury, and here I am. Over, I think it's 8,320 miles in or something. I have 85 miles left. I have the border to border calendar year Triple Crown. And when I touch the monument in a few days, I'll have a continuous footpath on all 3 of these trails this year. Like, yeah, there are sections of different trails that I didn't necessarily stay on the red line for, depending on 100 different things that could have happened. Weather, fire, closures, health, who knows? But I walked a continuous path from the most northern point to the most southern point on all of those sections. Yeah, I'm just thinking about that. I'm thinking about it all. I hope it hits me. That's why I want to get caught up with editing. I find that when I'm in real time with my journaling, my brain works a lot better. It's not filled with all of these different thoughts and trying to remember. I live more presently when I daily journal. That's why I started this in the first place. Before doing YouTube and blogging, I daily handwrote journaled for 2-3 years. And then with all the hiking, it just became more sensible to do typing, and online. But I always feel very at peace when I'm caught up. So I think I just want these next few days to be very introspective. And yeah, I found it was more emotional, and I was I felt it all more in like Oregon when I was wrapping that up almost than I do now. Maybe just because I've had so much time to think about it, and maybe because in a way it doesn't feel like the end, you know? Because maybe it's not. Yeah, that's all I got. Okay.